welcome to my round 2 here, our second episode in my Godzilla series. I'm gonna be talking about Godzilla Raids Again, the second film in the franchise. I will open this to the page that it is on and set it up because there we go. So the last one was that page, which is nice, and now we got that page. I'll give you a closer look at that. It's pretty nice. Love the frickin' artwork in this collection. It's absolutely kind of mind-blowing how nice they made this box set. Where can I actually put this thing? Didn't really plan this one out, totally did I? Oh, there's not enough space. I guess I could set it right in front of, right here. Maybe. Fuck it. I'll just set it up over here. Can't really see it, but I showed you it already. I did take some notes for this one because I hadn't seen it in a very long time, so I was kind of unsure. But I'll just get right into it. I'll just get into it. I was going to start talking about what my final score is and everything, but I'm like, nah, I shouldn't do that. Right from the opening, we're missing the theme song in the opening credits, and that is a big bummer for me because that theme song is so damn catchy. And they add a new one, a new little theme in there, and it's okay. But there's just something about that opening, like that theme from the first movie, that grabs you right from the get-go with the song. And yeah, so this one starts out with a plane flying around the ocean. There's like fishing boats, showing all kinds of large schools of fish. And then all of a sudden it starts having like trouble. The plane starts fucking up and it crashes on an island called Iwato, I want to say. Iwato. And as he's flying around the island though, there's all kinds of like really cool scenery shots where it's like really nice looking. And like it doesn't take long here, so within the first like 5 to 10 minutes of the movie, we already see Godzilla. So he crashes on this island, and Godzilla was supposed to have died at the end of the first, but obviously they did try to give an explainer. They were trying to say that there's multiple Godzillas, that there's all different Godzillas. Quick little explainer, kind of silly, but we'll just take it as he's Jason and Freddy and Michael Myers, and he just keeps coming back, basically. But yeah, so the guy crashed on the island. There's a guy there as well, and he's like waving, "Help me," and he's got the flag. And the two of them end up running into a big fight between Godzilla and Anguirus, who's like a Stegosaurus looking dinosaur. Like he's got the long tail, and it looks like a turtle / Stegosaurus. And they're fighting it out on the island, and it's pretty cool looking, actually. It's not that bad. And then we cut to like the government is describing the science behind Anguirus, and it's like they've known about him for like thousands of years. They just know the entire history of him for some reason, which I thought was funny. It's like, oh, okay, so they've been studying him for years, and they knew his existence. They said that he's a dinosaur from 150 million years ago. And then they go into like trying to create like a blackout in their city now that they know Godzilla's back. So the government passes this blackout so that they darken the entire city and maybe Godzilla won't see the city and come destroy it. And he ends up showing up to Osaka, Japan. And the shots here are really fucking awesome. Like, as he's slowly coming out of the water and you just see the top of his head, and it's long and drawn out. And it's really cool. Like, I actually think it's one of the best shots of both the first and this movie so far. I think it would be maybe my favorite shot. It's really cool. And then the lights thing starts to work. And he starts to turn around. And he's like, oh, okay, there's nothing here. So he starts turning around, he's going back to sea. And then it cuts to a bunch of, like, robbers and thieves. And they're breaking out of prison. There's, like, this little quick prison break thing where they break out of the prison. And they steal a car. And they end up crashing it into a nuclear facility. And it creates a massive explosion. And then all of a sudden Godzilla's like, what's that? So now he's coming back, right? They fuck shit up. And then, what else do I have here that I want to talk about just in case so I don't forget anything? So then as Godzilla's coming up and stepping all over this place, out comes the miniatures, and it's freaking awesome, man. You got your miniature tanks are rolling out and all your helicopters, and I love miniatures. It's just, it's some fun shit. And as Godzilla's fighting that, all of a sudden Anguirus comes up, and he's coming too. And then the two of them just start a fight that goes on for what feels like forever. And it's cutting to, like, the three prisoners that crashed the car into the nuclear plant, and they're, like, trying to escape the fight between Godzilla and Anguirus. So they're looking up at it, and they're running down alleys, and things are falling and stuff. And there's some cool scenes there and shots that I didn't mind. It's actually, it felt prestigious, like they were trying their best. And then Godzilla throws, there's an awesome scene where Godzilla throws Anguirus right through it, like a classic Japanese temple. And he comes smashing right through it. And then he comes over and he hits him with his fire breath. And then he just bites down in Anguirus' neck and kills him. And that's all she wrote. But that fight takes a long time. Like, it's long. It isn't just brutal. But I love the scene where he comes down and bites on the top of Anguirus' neck, and he's like choking him out, and then hits him with the flame breath and to finish him off. And then there's an awesome shot where he's just standing over top of Anguirus' corpse. It's pretty good. And then the movie calms down after that fight. And we just get some awesome shots of Godzilla just leaving, and he goes back to the ice island where the plane crashed at the beginning. Iwata, or Iwato, I want to call it. And there's just awesome sky shots of him walking through the, like, glaciers on the island and stuff like that. And then, being the dumbasses that they are, they decide that they're going to try and kill him. So they start dropping all kinds of bombs and attacking the shit out of him. And it's a pretty solid final act here where they're shooting the ice glaciers in the mountains, and avalanches are coming down and smoking Godzilla, and they're starting to bury him. And they try to bury him alive, basically, in the ice. And he breaks out the first time, and he's just pissed, basically, at this point. And he's fucking ice breathing all the choppers and planes out of the sky. And it's pretty cool scenes. Like, it's a solid finale. It kind of shocked me at how well it was done and how much I enjoyed it. And then they just keep attacking until they bury him in the ice. And that's kind of how this movie ends. And that's the basic of it. Get rid of that book. That covers the basic of the storyline. Obviously, there's some government stuff and a lot of scenes that I left out that are just them trying to figure things out. And little bit of a story between a woman and a man, but nothing major. This is basically like I think this is a solid follow up to that first one, because it still seems like they're trying to be prestigious. They haven't got into the realm of silliness yet. A little bit during the fight between Anguirus and Godzilla, but because it's hard to make them fight and it look super good with men in suits, right? In miniatures. So they do a good job though at still keeping the movie feeling prestigious, which I thought honestly was well done. Yeah, so that's what Anguirus looks like there. What year did this movie come out? This came out in 1955, so this is the next year. They got this one out already. There's also an American version of this called Gigantus the Fire Monster, which I thought the set came with that, but it actually doesn't. It doesn't come with that. The first one did come with the American version, Godzilla King of the Monsters, but this one only comes with the Japanese, which is fine. The American versions of these movies are fucking trash, in my opinion. These classics is where it's at. But yeah, we got a new director on this one too, Moto Yoshioda. The first one's Ishiro Honda, the legend. He comes back. Ishiro Honda does a bunch, so you will get him back. But yeah, that's Godzilla Raids Again. I think this is an awesome second film in the set. Or in the series. I think it really builds up his character and makes him cool. The second disc is still in there because I'm about to watch the third movie. And that's what I'll be bringing you in the next episode of this. My final score for this movie is a 3.5 out of 5. I wish the only thing that probably could have bumped it up to a 4 is if they gave us a little more of the fight with Anguirus before they kill him off. If they should have saved the final fight for the final scene where they're taking on Godzilla and they're trying to bury him in ice. They should have had Anguirus show up there and do some stuff there and help take him down or something. That's the only thing that I would have liked better, but everything they do end up doing is good. So it's hard to argue and say that they did anything wrong, because I liked it a lot. I added a new Godzilla too to this episode. This is the Return of Godzilla, the 80s and 90s version. Found him over at the antique mall, so I picked him up. He's got the vampire teeth. This is the one from the new ones, the American ones. This is your classic Godzilla. This is Shin Godzilla. And then these two guys are just from Godzilla Cross Kong. They're the two villains there. I know I said that in the first episode, but I'm going to tell you a second time. But yeah, 3.5 out of 5. If you haven't seen these movies, these first two, I think, go hand in hand. I think they're both must-sees. Just to see his beginning evolution, basically. What Godzilla is and what he means to cinema. Because, I know I don't give these movies very high scores, but I just have a good time while watching them. These first two. I'm just enjoying myself. What's coming up soon in these next few episodes is where the series takes a cheesy leap into almost cartoonish territory. And I want to see if I have fun with those. I've only seen a few of them. I've only seen half this book. So in the next one that I'm covering, will be the third in the franchise, and I'll save it for the next episode. I'm not even going to reveal. I was going to show the page and everything, but I'll save it all for the next episode. But yeah, short and sweet. That's what I'm planning on doing with these Godzilla videos, because I know they're very niche. I know not a lot of people would care, and so I'm just giving you a quick little rundown on what happens in each movie, who Godzilla's fighting, because that's the most important part, right, is who Godzilla's fighting in each movie, because that's the fun stuff, especially in all these upcoming ones where you start to bring in all the legendary fighters and monsters. So yeah, short and sweet. Thank you for checking this one out, and I will see you in the next one.